I'm so excited to share something with you today that I truly believe will be a game changer for your business. If you're feeling lost in the social media abyss, you're not alone, my friend. This is where I found myself last summer. I decided to take a break from podcasting. I've been publishing a weekly episode for 3.5 years and I was not feeling inspired anymore. I was a bit tired, and so I thought I'd try out different things, focus more on Instagram, maybe even create some YouTube videos, maybe write some more pillar blog posts. Guess what happened? Stay tuned and listen in to learn what happened. Hello and welcome to the Midlife Biz podcast, the show where we dive deep into how to build an online coaching business even while navigating hot flashes and menopausal brain fog, to name just a few struggles that can come with being an entrepreneur in your midlife. I'm your host, Susanna Reicher, and I help coaches like you who want to build an online business in their 40s, 50s, or 60s that they love, who want to do work that matters, and who want to have the financial and emotional freedom they deserve. So I stopped my podcast and instead I spent a ton of time creating reels and carousel posts and going live. No YouTube videos, even though I planned that. I didn't do it, and I wasn't getting anywhere, making zero impact. To make matters worse, I felt this constant pressure to create more and more content and more. You know how Instagram is, right? It was exhausting, and I missed the structure that having my content calendar with my weekly episode gave me. I knew there had to be a better way. That's when I had my aha moment. Everything that I took for granted, because I've been blogging and podcasting since 2016. I took it for granted, but I realized that this has been the key to my growth. Creating intentional evergreen content that leverages the power of search engines. So I went back to my roots, podcasting and blogging, which has served me incredibly well. I have hundreds of visitors on my website every single day, from people who find me because of blog posts that I published years ago, 5 or 6 years ago. Guess how many people find me through a social media post that I published 5 years ago? Or hell, even 1 week ago? No one. This is why blogging and podcasting work so incredibly well, because the content you create has longevity. And it's searchable, it's findable, it can show up in the Google search results, it can show up when somebody searches on YouTube or on Pinterest, on anything that is like a search engine. So over the years, I built a content library, an asset for my business that serves me even when I don't post something new. And I was ready to go all in on that again, but this time with a new approach. Instead of having a podcast editor and a virtual assistant and a whole production process that went over a week for each episode, I developed a step-by-step method that simplifies the content creation process and harnesses the power of AI tools, artificial intelligence. And I'm not talking only about ChatGPT. There's a range of tools that I use. And now it only takes me 4 hours a week to create high quality content that ranks on Google and attracts my dream clients. And the best news is I'm packaging it all up for you in my brand new program, Flow, your ultimate guide to effortless content creation and client magnetism. Just imagine waking up each day with a clear content plan that aligns with your business goals. every piece you create is designed to attract, engage, and convert your ideal clients. You are creating with intention and confidence, knowing that your content is making an impact. Picture your inbox filled with messages from dream clients who can't wait to work with you. They resonate with your content and feel like you're speaking directly to them. Your community is engaged and you've become a go-to authority in your niche. And the best part, creating content is no longer a daunting task. With AI tools, you can streamline the process and generate high quality content in a fraction of the time. And by focusing on intentional, long-form content, you'll build a valuable content library that continues to attract and nurture your ideal clients long after you hit publish. This isn't just a pipe dream. It's the reality that's possible when you embrace intentional content creation. And that's why I created this new program. It's designed to help you break free from the social media hustle and create a content library that truly serves your business in just 4 hours a week. In Flow, you'll learn my proven content creation framework. You'll discover how to create purposeful content, craft irresistible long-form pieces, and amplify your reach. You'll have the tools and support you need to build a thriving online presence and attract your dream clients. Here's how it's going to work. Step number 1 is to unleash your content superpower. We kick things off by igniting your content vision and aligning it with your purpose. You want to make sure that every piece of content you create is meaningful and impactful. You'll discover how to choose the perfect content platforms that resonate with your ideal audience, and it doesn't have to be a podcast. So for long-form content, it's either a blog with blog posts, a podcast, or YouTube video, like long-form videos. And when you do a podcast or YouTube, I recommend that you still have a blog and you create a blog post for every episode or every video and embed it. This is what I'm doing, and it serves me incredibly well because this means that it can also show up on Google, and you're not relying only on YouTube and their search engine or only on the podcast players and their search engine. You want to show up when people search for an answer to a problem they're having. So create a blog post, right? So this is the first step. So you choose your content platforms that resonate with you. Next, you choose the content themes that act as a magnet and that attract your dream clients. And by the end of this first step, you'll have a strategic content calendar serving as your roadmap to success. Just imagine, never wondering anymore, oh my God, what should I post today? You have a plan, you have a strategy, and you know it's going to work. In Module 2, you learn how to actually create irresistible long-form content. Because, there's so many blogs out there that don't really do anything for you. And maybe you've tried that in the past. Maybe you've published a few blog posts and nobody really saw them, and you're thinking, yeah, blogging is not working for me. First, it's not a short-term strategy. Blogging takes time to create momentum, to really show up on Google. You need to be consistent. But secondly, you need to learn how to actually structure a blog post that converts, how to write a really great title, how to add your subheadings, paragraphs, how to write it, how to add a call to action, the anatomy of a highly converting blog post. You need to learn this. You don't know this if you haven't learned that before. And then I'm also going to teach you AI tools, how to use them effectively to create your content without sounding like everybody else who uses ChatGPT. And finally, how to amplify your visibility through SEO, search engine optimization, so your blog posts actually show up on Google. And step number 3 is to amplify your reach and share your expertise like never before. It's not enough to create a really great blog post and put it on your website and call it a day. Let it just sit there. That's just sad. You want to promote it. You want to repurpose it. So in my case, my one podcast episode becomes a blog post, it becomes a newsletter, it becomes the show notes, it becomes a social media caption, it becomes a reel, it becomes stories, it becomes a Facebook post, it becomes some Pinterest pins. And I have templates and AI tools and prompts that help me with that. So it really only takes an hour, maybe 2 hours max to really put it out there and really use all those different platforms and all those different channels to spread my message, to share my work. So you don't start trying to do everything and trying to be everywhere. So you choose your content platforms. For example, for one of my students right now, she's using LinkedIn as her main platform to attract her clients. But yes, so you can share a blog post on LinkedIn, or you write a newsletter and share it on LinkedIn. That works. You don't have to do everything. You don't have to show up on TikTok and social media and Instagram and Facebook and Pinterest. I think, for example, Pinterest. A lot of my clients say, oh, that sounds really interesting, but oh my God, I can't do that right now. I show you a really, really simple way to get started harnessing the power of Pinterest without having to dive in. And, you can do that later. If you want to learn more about the strategies behind it and really get bigger results, you can do that later. To start, you start small. Maybe you don't even use Pinterest to start with. Though if you have a consistent content creation schedule, I highly recommend it because it's such an amazing tool. So the point here is to make your content work harder for you so you can continue to do what you love. It's about working smarter, not harder. And you want your content to do its job. You want to create a content library. And that also means, you're going to track what you publish and when you published it and the category, like the content pillar, and then you can repurpose it, reuse it. If you've published it like 1 year ago, reuse it. You can improve it. You can rewrite it, change things up slightly, again, with the help of AI, and then you republish it. Or maybe it was a podcast episode and now it's becoming a Facebook Live. Repurpose your content. There's no need to reinvent the wheel every month or every week or every day like so many of us feel, especially when it comes to social media. You feel this necessity to really create and create and create. And it's so overwhelming. And it's not serving you or your business. It's just serving the social media companies. Because without us, without the content creators, they would just have this empty piece of technology that nobody would be interested in. Maybe with some ads, right? They need the free content, and that's why they want you to create more and more and more. That's the main curriculum. 3 modules: unleash your content superpower, create irresistible long-form content, and amplify your reach. You also get access to a tech vault with step-by-step training videos. I promise if a step in flow requires tech or a tool, you can count on there being a detailed how-to video that guides you through it, click by click. And you get access to a resource library where I'm collecting the most tried and trusted tools for creating and sharing content, from AI platforms to email service providers to stock photography to video equipment and more. You get those things. Plus, you get, of course, some amazing bonuses. For example, 12 months of live monthly Q&A calls with me. We will meet monthly for a live group coaching call for an entire year where I'm going to give you feedback on your content and answer all your questions. So you don't have to figure this out alone or wonder if what you're doing is actually good, you can simply ask me and I'll look at it. And then there's a bunch of other videos that I'm going to share when the doors open. So I'm thrilled to announce that Doors to Flow are opening on June 20th, Thursday. And there will be a very, very, very special early bird discount. Actually, my coach said, you're crazy, but I really want to get this program in as many hands as possible in this first launch. I know it's going to be amazing. I really don't want you to miss out on this, so make sure you're on my email list. Head on over to my website if you're not subscribed yet. Or even better, join me for my free masterclass this Thursday on June 20th, where I dive into my content framework and show you how evergreen long-form content can help you attract your ideal clients and free yourself from the constant social media grind. And there you have it. So my friend, if you're ready to take control of your content, I can't wait to welcome you into Flow and support you on your content creation journey. Together, we'll make content creation so much more fun. And it's going to be so easy. To learn more, go to susannerieker.com, SusanneRieker.com/flow, or click the link in the show notes. Until next time, keep creating with purpose and passion. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.